What's good? All right, we are back. We had some technical difficulties, but the devil cannot stop us. We push on. Thank you for tuning back in to the Doormen podcast. This is episode 24. I'm your host, Chief. Let's see what's going on in the world of security, right? So, recently, this week in particular, my inbox has been blowing up with this story, and I would say probably 10 people sent me this same story and wanted to know kind of my breakdown on it, what I thought about it. It's an app. It's a new security app called the Protector app, where people can essentially quickly and easily hire personal protection. So this is right up my alley, right up our alley as protectors. So let's dive into some of these videos and let's see what we think. So we'll watch this first one and then we'll break it down. Let's see what's going on.
If anyone else has been getting the videos of the girls who hired bodyguards for New York Fashion Week, basically there's this app where you can order a bodyguard just like how you would order an Uber. I was like, okay, first of all, that's kind of genius. Second of all, what is this app? So I found it. The app is called Protector. By the way, this is not an ad. I wish. I was just genuinely really curious, like, how does this app work? And then also, how much is it to hire?
Also, let me stop it really quickly. Keep in mind, these are ads. These people like to say that they aren't ads. They're being paid for these ads. This app did not pop up out of nowhere. Keep that in mind. One of my friends, my good friends who's kind of plugged into this kind of stuff, he sent me this app early on in the week. And this app was like the third on the top charts in the actual, Apple store. It was like the third app that had been downloaded at the time, right up there with like Airbnb, Uber, and then this app. That doesn't happen by chance. The guy who funded this whole venture, he's a very famous venture capitalist. He's sold many companies to Discord and to Facebook and things like that. So this is not just some random guy or company who started an app. No, this is well funded. These are advertisements for this app. I just want to say that briefly, but they're being paid for this. So anyway, let's
hire a bodyguard. Also, can we just talk about their account, like the Protector app? All their videos are the bodyguards introducing themselves. You get to choose who you want your protector to be. Apparently, you get to also choose how they dress. When I first saw like the girls' videos, the app wasn't yet downloadable. You had to pre-order it. I guess it was still in beta. Like, you don't have to pay for it. You just like press pre-order and then they would notify you when the app was in the app store. So I got a notification today saying that it's available. It's only available in LA and New York right now. So I just pretended like, okay, if I were to book a protector in LA, how much would it be? It says all the protectors are only active duty or retired law enforcement and military. Then the next page, there's the choices of all the different protectors, and there's a video of them explaining, again, like their background and why they would be a good protector. So I clicked on this first one. Jim. Looks like he has a very qualified bio, LAPD, US Air Force, Marine. Then you say how many protectees you need. Let's just say just one person, me. How many protectors? Let's go with one because I want to see like what would the cheapest option be. Now here's the part that got me. You get to pick what they wear. This is the pick dress code section. This one is business formal. We have a business casual. There's tactical casual. And then there's operator. I clicked on the first one. Then you put the details of like pickup location, date, pickup time, the duration of protection. The minimum is 5 hours. So I put my alma mater, chose the minimum duration of protection. And then this is what I got. $500, 5 hours, one protector, one car. And then looks like there's also an annual member fee, $129. Look, I don't know how much a regular bodyguard is. So I don't know if this is really high, really low, or average. But I will say, the fact that we can order a bodyguard as quickly as we can order an Uber nowadays, it also shows you the price if you were to split it with more people. And then wait, there's more. Apparently the same company has this app in the App Store called Patrol. It's not available yet, but you can like pre-order. It looks like this one is neighborhood security that's done by crowdfunding. So people in your neighborhood can contribute to the fund. And then with the money that your neighborhood has raised, you can unlock different tiers of patrol cars. Talk about bonding with your neighbors. I don't think my neighborhood would ever pay for one, but hey, LA, New York, I don't know. 100K to unlock AI patrol drones, 150K for AI patrol robotics. This is the robot. Okay, I know we've seen some futuristic looking robots, but this? Welcome to 2025.
Welcome to 2025. So this is the app, the Protector app. A good video that this young lady did. So initially, okay, my thoughts initially, just being honest, when I first saw this, I didn't like it. Now, I took my time with this video because I didn't want to rush out here and give a rushed thought on this app. One thing about me, I am a protector at heart. I like things that advance, push the industry forward, things that help protectors get jobs, highlight them, anything like that. So I don't want to necessarily be negative to the app. So we'll start out with the positives. Some things that I like about it are it is extremely easy to use. The app looks good. When you go on there, the interface is very smooth. I like how you can choose the protector that you want to use. It's very easy. When you click on their name, they give an intro. They talk about themselves and their history and things like that. And it's very easy to use. You book a car, I want 1 or 2 cars. You book the amount of people, you book the time. It's very streamlined. So that's something that I think is very positive. It's a good look. It's a good looking app. So I think that's a positive for the app. Some negatives initially when I saw the app. First off, there are no black people on the app. There's no black people. I think that that's alarming. That's a bit strange. And the second, and I think most important thing, is that you can tell that these guys, their calling card, the thing that they're hanging their hat on, is the fact that they are all military guys and police officers. Now, for some reason, you can tell that they really believe that is a plus and that is a benefit to them and something that makes them better than other guys who are in the executive protection field. And this is the biggest thing that I think, the biggest knock on this entire thing that they are trying to do, because in no way, shape, or form are police officers and military guys cut out to do executive protection. I don't know where on earth people are getting that idea from. I want you to think about the way police officers and the reputation that they have for dealing with the public in general. Most police officers, they are known notoriously for abusing their power. A lot of them are ego tripping. A lot of them are escalating situations on a day-to-day basis. And these aren't the type of personalities or people who I would want with me if I was hiring an executive protection guy to be with me all the time. There's a lot of soft skills that we talked about in the past videos. There's a lot of nuance and things that go into being an executive protection agent that these guys don't possess. Their skills that they learn being a police officer are not always translatable. Now, can a police officer become an EP agent after training and after experience doing private sector? Sure, they can become that, but it's not apples to apples. So the fact that they kind of hang their hat on, and they even in their intro video, they say several times, like, we're not just bodyguards, we're ex-military and ex-police officers, as if that's some big thing. Police officers, they're not notorious for handling situations the right way. They're not always professional. They're not the best communicators. They're not the best at problem solving. These things are not synonymous with being a police officer. So that's a huge knock on that. That's a little weird to me. And then military, to me, is even worse. Now, I know a lot of guys in the military. There are some good guys in the military. But some individuals in the military, they're a little off. Their personalities are a little off. So the fact that you can just say, yeah, I'm an ex-military guy, and that makes you qualified to be a bodyguard is completely preposterous. I mean, it's complete nonsense. I've worked with many military guys, and honestly, some of the worst guys I've ever worked with in this industry have been guys who were military, ex-military. They're running down the list of all the things that they did and all the times they were deployed, and they just have the worst habits. Their personalities are terrible. A lot of times they're too rigid. And in particular, I'll tell you a story. I remember I was on this detail with this guy, and he had this extensive military background, which I didn't even necessarily believe all of it, but he said he was in the military for a majority of his life. And we were on a protection detail, and our client is inside a restaurant eating, and we're trying to be inconspicuous outside the restaurant, just chilling, being low profile. This guy started getting on the radio. I can't make this up. Right hand to the man. And he's calling out vehicles, vehicle color, and tag numbers of cars that ride by. He's literally on the radio. We're sitting there and he's on the radio like, yeah, we got a red Honda coming down, license plate, Tango, Foxtrot. Like, he's calling out vehicles as they're riding by, as if this is necessary for what we're doing at the moment. It was the weirdest thing. And I'm looking around at the team, and this guy really thought that he was adding some type of value or supposed to be doing that. But that is complete nonsense. But that just goes to show you that the training that you receive in the military and the things that you're doing in the military have nothing at all to do with the way that you'll be acting and the skills that you're supposed to have to be an EP agent. It is completely different. So let's just break that myth right away. Mythbusters, boom, broken. Military guys and police officers do not make the best executive protection agents, period. So that's the first thing. That's like the biggest knock on this app that I see. Yeah, if they're just expecting people to just trust these guys because they have a certain type of background, I'm not sure about that. I don't want to make this video too long. Let's look at one more video regarding this, and then we'll share a few closing statements.
America is getting out of hand. There is now an app where you can rent high-level personal security like calling an Uber.
And let me say this. It seems as if this individual app is trying to become the Uber of security. Now, when you think of Uber, I'm sure you don't think of high level, high quality product, right? It's an easy to use app. It's very easy to navigate. It's quick. It's something you can do. I needed a ride the other day. I took my car somewhere. I needed a quick ride. I jumped on Lyft or Uber. Boom, I had a ride within 5 minutes. Now, it doesn't mean that it's going to replace professional driving services, right? And there's quality that comes with professional driving services. When you get, a couple of black trucks, a couple of bulletproof cars, there's a level of service and there's an expectation that you have when you have a professional driving service that you don't have when you just call an Uber, right? An Uber pulls up, a lot of times the car don't match. It's a different kind of car. The driver could be wearing anything they eaten. The car smells, hadn't been cleaned out. You don't know what you're getting with Uber, but it's about the convenience, right? That's the main thing. And so maybe this company, they just want to be the Uber of bodyguarding. It's not necessarily about having the best product or the most qualified guys. It's just more so about, hey, we got some police officers who are on some EJs and got some time off. And if you want a police officer to go with you here, you just hit us real quick and we'll show up fast. And so if that's what they're wanting to create, then maybe there is a market for that. But yeah, there's always going to be levels. I'll just say that for now.
Let's say you want to go to the airport. You choose how many bodyguards you want to turn up, how many cars you want them to turn up in. You could choose what they wear, from business to business casual, tactical, and even operate.
And I got to say something here. This operator look, what are we doing here? This isn't EP. This is not body. Like, I don't know what this is. And in the fact that this is an option on the app, I see a lot of silliness happening and coming from this app because, number one, you're not vetting the people, number one, the personalities of the individuals who you don't know, the guards who are coming, but also you're not vetting the customer. So anybody can get on that app and request 2 guards to show up in full tack gear with vests and helmets and escort me to the mall because they think that is going to make them look cool. And now you, as a protector, are showing up looking out of place, looking silly, walking with somebody who doesn't really need security through the mall. And it's all fun and games, and it's a big joke to them. The type of people I feel like you're going to run into giving everybody access without any type of vetting process, without sitting down with them saying, hey, what do you need? What are you looking for? And going through a process. With every client that I have, there's a process that I go through to vet them to see exactly what they need. Maybe we need to modify it. I need to hear your thoughts and what you need security for, so that I can give an expert opinion and say, well, actually, you need more guards, or you don't need 4, you really just need 2, or maybe you need a driver and you need like, as a security professional, you put the package together to help them, and also so that you don't overextend and do too much. You're showing up in full tack gear to something that's not a high threat situation. And I think you're just going to find yourself put in a lot of embarrassing situations ultimately. But let's keep going.
Oh, imagine you turn up to the airport and you got them dressed like this. And then, similar to Uber, you put in your pickup location, duration of protection, and then bam, they turn up. And like, the guys protecting you are no joke. They are all either ex-military, ex-law enforcement, or both. And what's ironic is that because this app is starting to go viral on TikTok, you've now got people taking their private security to the mall and getting them to bring them matcha.
Here's everything we did with our bodyguards today.
Bro went from being
Yeah. So now, again, like I said, when you don't vet people, you show up and these individuals don't actually need security. It's all a game. It's all a joke. And maybe that's fine to you, but there are those of us who take what we do seriously. I'm not here to go get you coffee and to, pick up your dry cleaning, and I'm not here to do that. So it's weird. Let's keep going.
Deployed to Iraq, to being deployed to Starbucks. But to be fair, I don't think they care, because it works out at roughly $200 an hour per protector, and they're only available in New York and LA. So the question is, do you guys think this idea is genius or ridiculous?
Yeah, so, it's available in LA and New York for now, as he said. So it's interesting. I will say it's interesting. And I think there are a lot of good things that you can take from this. I think there's a lot of things us as an industry can take from this. Technology, it's coming. It is the future. And anytime something comes along like this, it kind of shines a light on how you can use technology to get more clients, to expand your reach. And this is a good example of an app that I think with some tweaks can become something that can be universally used and liked. But it's got to be tweaked. And if guys who are real protectors, guys who are really in the industry and veterans in this industry can get together and build something like this, I think it can actually be a good thing and be profitable. But just looking at the app right now on its face as it is, I think it's got a lot of flaws. And I think that those individuals are going to find themselves in some unique situations and doing some things that are not security and protection related, as you've already seen. So interesting. I'm way over my time, but this was an interesting one. And so listen, man, leave a like, comment, share, comment below. What do y'all think? Is there a piece of this that I'm missing? Do y'all think that this would be a good idea, or is this something that is gonna flop? Don't know. I guess time will tell. What I do know is that this has been Doormen, episode 24. I gotta go. I'll see you next time. Peace.